I'm staying on this tiny little island in the middle of the Mekong River. Let me take you for a walk around it. The great thing about today, we only have to make one choice. Are we going left or are we going right around the island here? Let's see what we feel like. Okay, left, right, left, right. Okay, we're gonna go right side. That's what my stomach says at least. But it's not that great. It's super windy here today. Hopefully it's not gonna interrupt the audio too much. Staying at this place right here. If you want to see about it, watch the previous video, which was like ended 20 minutes ago. I'm starting the new video that I just ended the old one. It doesn't make sense. Let's go right around this island. It's a 9 kilometers walk around the island, which would normally not take that long, but because we are filming, it's probably gonna take all day. It is 10:21 now. Let's see how long it's gonna take. It looks like the water storing situation is the same all over here with the pots there. It looks incredible. And then the horse. And then they have these huge beaches here also. Which, and the rainy season I think is not really existent, but here in the dry season, it does. I guess we have some kind of farm here. It smells like it's some kind of cows are living there. There are some really nice houses around here, both the like more modern ones and then the wooden ones also. I just see there are some kind of walkway down to the beach there. Maybe we should just go there, because I haven't seen the beach. It was like pitch black when I got here last night, so I couldn't see anything. Let's go and check it out. Seems to be a really nice beach. Over there's some kind of beach place where you can hang out. I think you can rent bikes also there. So that's the city I went to yesterday, and then took the ferry from here to there. I actually think you can see the ferry right there. Look at these houses here. So beautiful. Oh, little friend. You're so small. Oh, I actually thought this was not the case here with barking dogs. Hopefully this is gonna be the only ones. Yeah, but I need to go around you. It's so beautiful. Hey, little guy. There's like a whole bunch of bamboo, and you can actually hear them cracking because of the wind. And then it stops. Great. Sorry for the wind here. Look at this bamboo hammock. It doesn't look that comfortable though, but it looks really cool. For a split second I actually thought it was a real guy sitting in that house there. So we are now at the very south of the island, and this is supposed to be some kind of temple. Oh, we have a few graves here that looks way different than what else we've seen. Take a look at this can here. It looks like it's a soda can or a beer can or something like that. But the size of it, it doesn't say at all what it is. I don't know why. This is so fascinating for me. It's just a can, but it just looks so weird when it's like this. I never seen like this kind of combination before. Sorry, enough of that can. Let's go all the way to the south here. This is the south part of the island, and the island like expands a lot in the dry season and then really gets so much smaller when it's the wet season. And here is something I've been really excited to see. When he told me yesterday there was a floating village, and it's right here. Look at this place. Oh, there's so many. Look at these ones, especially the bigger ones there. Could you imagine living out there? I would love to stay there for a day or two. Like in a minute when we start going up north, I guess there will be a place where we can see them up closer. Now we're gonna go north for about 2 kilometers. And then we reach the North Pole, I was about to say, the North Top. I wonder if we can go this way around here. Doesn't really look like it, which is super annoying because the floating village is out there. I guess we go around the temple and then in. Oh, he's a little bit scary, that guy here. Thinking about all the places we've been, and right now there's supposed to be only one road and I can't find it. I can't find the way on this side. It's supposed to be here though. I even had to look on the map and I still can't find it. We can have a great look at the floating river here though. Isn't that just amazing? This actually in Copenhagen they did like a pirate, not a private but pirate little floating island in the middle of it. Of course it didn't exist for that long because, you know, the Danes doesn't like stuff like that, and that area was also some rich people living there which definitely didn't like it. It was a shame. It looked amazing, but it was something like that, just more with like boats than actual houses like this. Let's see if we can find that road around here. And here, the road is supposed to be there, but there's clearly toilets there. Maybe if we go back to where we just were and then walk a little bit up, there will be a road the other way. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Either the map is not accurate or I'm a complete fool. And it can be both, I would say. Like there's supposed to be a road kind of like this here. I guess we could just try to walk through there and then I guess we will get to something. Okay, there are some kind of walkway here. Let's just try and walk to the other side and then hopefully we find that road. It's so weird. I kind of feel like I'm walking on somebody's property right now. It doesn't make sense at all, this. There are no road here. Like the water is right there. I guess we're gonna go back out again and try again later. Okay, back on this road again. According to the map, at least, I can't believe I'm looking at the map on this island. I never expected that. According to the map, there should be a crossing, like an official crossing to the other side, a little bit up the road here. At least we get a look at these beautiful houses one more time. They're so tiny, these dogs there. I don't know if somebody from Google is taking the piss on us, but the road was supposed to be here. And I don't see nothing but private houses. What the fuck? I don't want to walk through people's private houses. I don't want to be like that tourist guy. I just walk. I want to find like an official way. But it doesn't really seem like there are any official ways, and the next road is actually after where we're staying. It's super weird this. I don't know if it's Google or what it is. For some reason Google Street View actually works on some of these streets. When you try the one over there, it just takes you where the toilets are. I know there are stuff on the northwest side because the host where I'm staying said there was some kind of beach there where some people actually spotted dolphins. And apparently there are dolphins in the Mekong River, which completely blows my mind. I didn't know that there were dolphins in the Mekong River. Apparently they're not that much in this area anymore because of the fishing. Isn't that crazy that it's dolphins in the Mekong River? Especially up here, like nearby the sea, I could maybe get it, but here. So now we just passed the place we're staying. We just have to keep looking left to see if we can find anything. that will take us to the other side. I think we found the road, and what I didn't expect either, also to wait for traffic to cross the road here. There we go. Now we're going to the west side, hopefully. So there are apparently a huge temple back there. The entrance is over there somewhere, or maybe on the other side. So that will be later on in the video we go in there. There's a whole field of banana trees. And a little bit on the other side here, and where the temple is. It looks like, when you look at the color of that temple, I think it's kind of in construction. I think this one is actually one of these where you put a cow here and cow here, and then this is your engine. And then you go around like that. I think actually you can rent something like that with cows to take you around the island. It probably takes forever because of the cow speed. Full of cows here also. Very, very peaceful here. They look a little bit skinny, these cows though. Hey there, what are you doing in there? Here's the sign, and I just translated it, and it actually tells who paid for all of this and how long this place is. So it's 2.5 meters wide and then 236 meters long, this path, and it costs $6,900 to make this concrete path across. And here that's a little bridge so the cows and the farmer can go under. Hey there. I'm good. You?
No.
No good? Is it yours, all the cows? Is all the cow yours? Yeah? No? No?
No.
Very nice guy. We made it to the other side. I think the island is about maximum 0.5 kilometers wide on the widest part, and then it's like 2 or 4 kilometers long. I asked the host yesterday how many people are living here, and he says there's 420 something houses and between 1,500 and 2,000 people living here, which is way more than I thought it would be. I guess also there is a lot of kids in every household, which make that number artificially higher than what you expect, right? So it's a lot of kids and then some adults. He said a lot of people, when they get married, they will leave the island, go to Thailand because the salaries are a little bit higher there, or go to one of the bigger cities here. I think that's the case all over the world. It's the same in Denmark also. A lot of people will move to the bigger cities when they start to grow older. But it's really nice and peaceful here. And there is this kind of there are music playing over here. I can't figure out if it's actually somebody playing the music or it's like a speaker. It can be both, I would say. I got so much sweat in my eye right now. It looks like there are some kind of cafe here. So we try and get a coffee. I have one at the place I'm staying this morning, which was pretty good actually. I just saw there is an actual wire all the way out there. So I guess they got electricity out there also. It must be so incredible to live out there, like all on your own. No neighbors, no nothing. Now, let's try this coffee here. My expectations are super low, so I can only get better. It's steaming hot, I have to wait. Okay, it's been sitting for a bit, the coffee. Let's see if it's like drinkable temperature. Oh, that's horrible. I'm gonna drink it anyway, so. That was the most horrible coffee we had on this trip so far. That's for sure. I had to throw it out, I couldn't drink it. It was really, really bad. There's so many of these houses here full of hay, and that is also the thing here. I feel like there are two kinds of works you can do here. One is farming and the other one is tourism. Especially the city over there yesterday, it was full of tourists, and I feel like this island I don't meet that many people here, but there are tourists here. And also the pricing here, where I'm staying, it's also like in the top range of what my budget is per day. I think I pay around $16, maybe a little bit more per day, and I would like it to be under 10. But also Cambodia is just a little bit more expensive than the other countries we've been to. If I just keep my average below 20-25 every day, everything is fine. But that also includes any kind of, hey, that also includes any kind of transport and all that. I think I am under what I'm supposed to be on average. Also the food today, $5 for a meal. I would mostly pay $2 or $1 for a meal. But it seems so incredible that he wanna cook for me and us there's there. And it seems like he's a very, very good chef. So I would gladly pay that money, but I couldn't do it every day. Let's continue up the road. I'm actually starting to get a little bit hungry, so we should probably also soon find some kind of food. I don't think we've seen that many banana trees on all of our travel than on this island. That's really what it's all about on this island. Banana trees all over. It's funny, I told my host today, where I'm from, we don't have bananas, we have apples. And then he was like, yeah, here we don't have apples. The perspective is different, right? Because for me it's crazy to have banana in your backyard, and for him it's crazy to have apples in your backyard. So there are these homestays, and I think there are 4 of them around here where you can stay around the island. And then there's this place I'm staying at, and probably more. So there is, for this tiny island, quite a lot of options to stay. Should we try and eat some here? That was super nice with that food. Really, really good. Fried rice. I'm on the fried rice. So hard to say. I'm on the fried rice at the moment. Had so many noodle soups lately, so I'm on the fried rice now. I also booked the next place we're gonna stay. My plan was actually not to go to the capital, but have a stop in the way. The only cheap place with nice reviews, the date was not lining up, unless I went straight to there, because it was like booked halfway through the stay, and then I could only stay for like 2 days, and I wanted to stay for like more than 2 days in the capital. I guess you can hear the music. I think it's from the other side of the river. There is a temple or something like that there. I'm still not quite sure if it's pre-recorded or they're actually doing it right now. It's on the other side of the river, so we can't go there. Otherwise, it would have been funny to go and see what that is all about. First I was like, what kind of sculpture is that? But there's a cow sleeping there. Here's actually a pretty good view on the inside of the island. It's mostly fields, so it's like farming all over the island here. And then all the housing is along the edges of the island. This is how it looks all over on the inside. There is no houses or anything. It's one big feedback over there now, that concert thing or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure it's live now. I absolutely love this over-engineered gate, and then the fence here, you can walk straight through it if you're a little bit athletic. I love the cows are just like hanging around here. Here's an even better view of the inside. Just nothing but fields. It's actually quite fascinating that it is like this, because when you walk around the edges you actually expect it to be a city all the way through, but there is nothing in here. It's like an old trashed hammock. There was just this little walkway down here. I was like, let's go down and see if there's anything to see here. And then the bottom of the river, you can only see this time of year actually. And then a few boats. I really like the fact that they have all the houses elevated like that. So they have this huge area with shades down under. I think all kids in Cambodia is waving when you pass them when you're a foreigner. I don't think I met any kids at all that didn't do that. This one almost looked like a sculpture. Oh, Did I wake you up? I'm sorry. And then the power line situation on the island. So far it's been very North European looking. Super boring. It's such an extreme amount of hay on this little island. It's actually impressive. This building here is also so amazing. If you like take the roof out, because that's variation, but the lower part there looks like a place in Texas in an old movie or something like that. It's so beautiful. Here, this one also. And here, that's the first colored house we've seen on the island. And then again, that blue color, I have to maybe ask the host where I'm staying now if that blue color means anything, or it's just very popular here. Or at least feel like they're hiding cows everywhere on this island. What a beach here. It actually looks like it's walkable, so maybe we should try and walk a little bit down here. On the other hand though, there's nothing to see here, so maybe it's a bad idea to go this way, but it looks stunning here though. Farming, farming, farming. So far I feel like if you walk 500 meters on this road, you will kind of see all the island. It's the same every 500 meters. And here actually something different. This looks like some kind of vegetable garden. Or at least it used to be it. I love these old cow vans. What is it called? I think I got the name in my head, I just can't find it. Anyways, you know what I mean. Cows in front and then like that. So old school. Here we actually have a stupa and then a little volleyball field here. This woman, that's the city's portable grocery store. This is all the way up to the top. We're gonna go there in a bit, but there's supposed to be something in here. Some high trees or something like that in here. I'm not quite sure exactly what it was. Let's find out. This is really an amazing little stupa or whatever it is. I think there is like a head from the top there. It's just laying here. Really the texture of this one is amazing. Then here on the other side of this tiny little road, I think there's a little praying area here. A little boat also. And here the stupa. And more cows. And a tiny little temple there. And then I guess there is a soldier down there. Let's take a look at it. I don't know why they're looking that way. Probably because the little temple praying area is the other way. And there's one more over there. Not quite sure what it was I was supposed to see here. He said something about high trees. I don't know if it's just this. It's maybe be a high tree on this island, but for me coming from the north, it doesn't really mean that much. Some people are super smiley here and some are not have any face expression at all, even when you say hi to them. It's so funny. Now we're almost at the top of the island. I haven't had the camera on for the last 10-15 minutes and it's all been the same. Cows sleeping, haystacks, and then houses, that's it. It's super beautiful here, but it's just the same thing all over. Let's see what we can find on the top here though. We have this little thing here. It could be some kind of shelter, but it could also be something to dry stuff on, right? I wonder if there is anybody here when there's this bike here. I just don't see anybody. Oh, look at this tree here. This tree looks massive. Let me go beside it so you can actually see how big it is. It doesn't look that big on the camera here. I will guess it's some kind of holy tree, because there is a little praying set up here also. And I guess we reached the top. So the top of the island is right here, and all of this here is actually the seabed. But because it's dry season, there's no water other than all the way out there. So normally there will be water all the way up here. I guess the island is twice as big in the dry season, if you count this as the island also, than normal. Look over there, there's a fire going on. And down there, that's the city we were in yesterday. It's so quiet and peaceful here. It's really amazing. I've just been sitting here for a bit, relaxing, before we're gonna go south again. Something I've really been thinking about while walking around here is, it doesn't seem like any of your houses have any doors in it. Which is so amazing, and also very helpful when you leave your home. You don't have to worry about, oh, did I lock the door, didn't I lock the door, because there is no door in it. I guess the crime rate on this island is very low. This is amazing. It should be like that all around the world. That was the top of the island. Let's go down south again. So beautiful here. I guess somebody was actually here, because the bike is gone. Just didn't see the person anywhere. Really all alone up here. It's actually funny because everywhere else I've been on the island, there have actually been people around, like almost all the time, but up here it's just completely silent. And it was silent, and now I hear people yelling and dogs barking over here. What is going on? Hello. I think one of the kids there gave me the finger. It's really different with the kids here than the two other countries we've been in, Thailand and Laos. I feel like they're a little bit more like the European ones here. Let's see with this dog here, if it's on a leash or what. Yep, you're in my way, bro. There you go. There's really a lot of different style of houses in here. There's about 45 minutes left of the walk before we're back. And I think it's 3 o'clock now. And if I remember correctly, I told in the start of the video that the time was 10:21. So we've already been out here for 5 hours. I've been walking for 20 minutes or so. Finding something that's not a haystack or a house without a door and cows eating grass. It's the health center here. So it has a little hospital kind of thing here. I actually didn't expect that at all. That's pretty nice. Okay, now to the temple area. Let's take a look at this temple. Here are the elephants in the entrance. And then somebody parked their horse there. It kind of looks like it's on a renovation / construction here. And some kind of line that looked like it got a little bit spray painted with a broken tail. Maybe it's actually more in function than I thought it was, because there are some monk dresses drying over here. We leave our shoes all the way down here. I guess so. Like the painting is amazing. And here the floor is not the prettiest, at least right now. Here again on the outside, you see here there are some monk dresses there drying. So there are people staying here, or monks staying here. It looks more like a construction zone than a temple, though. Also all the grass here. Really like the color of all the flowers on the hedge here. Oh, let's go home. That's gonna be the end of the video and this little walk around the island. I would say I expected a little bit more from this island than what we got. Super beautiful around here, but not that much interesting. A lot of haystacks, a lot of cows walking around. Super beautiful. I would say you can still come here, stay here for a day, maybe 2. I hope you enjoyed it, even though there wasn't that much to see here. And then see you in the next one, where we go into the capital. Very excited about going back to a big city again. Very excited. Thank you for watching.